Hi everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears Season 3, Episode 38 with me, Sid, where I just started recording and realised I wasn't recording, so caught that one just in the act. We are here at Spawn, and we have gone past the May the 4th. We've had our special visitor and we've been taught the various things about various aspects of this game, and specifically his model. So it's Quentin, Quentin's chisel tools, QP tools, I think it is. Let me just no, this one. Yeah. So these are QP's chisel tools, and we've learnt about things like hand planers and stuff. I've also got a paintbrush, a steel one. Because, I think it was steel because Sheena made it. And there is a meteoric iron one, and there is those, and these can all be turned into a Jonas paintbrush. And I will probably use these at some point going forward. However, we are back over here at Spawnage. Not a huge amount to talk about over here, but I am going to be working on my smithy today at the desert base. I've done a whole load of digging between episodes. I have done a whole load of prep work, and what I do need to do is make a whole load of ingot molds, because we're going to need them. I want to be able to do lots of ingots at once, and I don't currently have a pottery set up down near my desert base. I don't have any set up down near my desert base other than mainly storage. So I know I can use the auto thing. I just sometimes like to do it the hard way. It's just the way I am. And the other thing I could do is just do duplicate layer, and I'm not sure, this may actually be quicker, and then chop these bits out. Now, possibly if you did it that way, if you do it the other way, but then we're still on duplicate layer, so that's fine. And there's our first batch of 2, and they come up and in they go. So I'm going to need another 7 for that side. I'm going to run 2, so that's going to be 8. That's going to be 16, 32 ingot molds. That's what I'm going to get going, and then we need to address another elephant in the room. So let me get that sorted. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we are on the second batch, almost done. This is straight copies now. The other thing you may notice about my inventory is it's full of drying fruit. This stuff is in my inventory to dry out. I am eating the odd numbers, the little bits, the niblets. My dehydrated pear, that one may, and breadfruit I haven't got full stacks of anyway. So, but these little niblets, just numbing on those while the other stuff dries. But you can put it in inventory to dry. It gets different rates of drying, and the reason it's in my inventory and not in an inventory, such as on a shelf somewhere or something like that, is I keep forgetting about it. I put a load on the shelf in my cellar down at the desert base, and I haven't been down to the desert base for donkeys, or hadn't, I should say. I mean, I have been at the desert base quite a lot recently, but previously not so much. So boop and boop, so cheap. And light it. Oh, hello, don't do that. That was me I don't do it very often, but I'm sure we all do it sometimes when your fingers go to the accustomed position on your WASD key, and and then you find out that they were not in the thing and you're actually on the QAS caps lock key. Anyway, that's that. Let me just have a quick munch on these. I'll just get the numbers down, get free up a few inventory slots. Anything else? Maybe those pairs, maybe. I think everything else we will keep. So the other elephant in the room that I mentioned is I for my build I am going to want a lot of granite. Now I could go over that way to my granite mining site and get a load, but over this way we follow, this is kind of a base tour almost, but past Andy's warehouse, and we come out over here, past round this way, it comes out there, goes past I am not sure whose this turned out to be, you know. Let's just go and find out. Whose was this? They have a little bit of copper armor. Oh, it's Dan. Oh, yeah. So, there we go. But over this way, somewhere, again, there is a path to this. It's just not always easy to find it. But they're easy to spot because you fly along and eventually you hit a mountain with two massive great windmills on the top. Is it two? Might be more than two. No, just the two. Definitely could do with some lighting off of these. I think they would look really cool if they were lit up at night. Just anyway, down here we think we've been here before is the entrance to no one's base, as opposed to the entrance to someone's base. I've made that joke before. Now, no one GHF, link in the chat description below, has made this massive dwarven thing. Let me just slow myself down and walk. And I know, again, I'm not entirely sure how the mechanics of this work, but he has his Patreons on the walls here, and I think there's also a wall up here. So these are all his Patreons. And then these patrons, I think, are at the highest tier where they get a sculpture of their choice or choosing in the thing. So, and he does these really nice. So I'm going to assume that somebody has either, and I'm going to say either a cat or a Maine Coon, which obviously is a cat, but that has the likening of a Maine Coon to me. Could be a tabby, I suppose, or a Barora. I love the people's player names. I remember I watched the stream where I built that one. So he does these. Streams regular actually. He's yeah, I couldn't tell you the exact schedule, but I have seen many times things. So I'm not going to explore this overly. I'm just looking for a door because no one has, how do we say, an abundance, a fairly abundant stock of granite. Now this is all granite. This is all granite stockage. Oh look, more granite. Yep, there's some there. Now if we head, let me just try and get myself out this side. I think if you look over there, oh, let me fly. Oh look, more granite. Granite. By the way, this is not the main storage. Down here, this gives me total Indiana Jones vibes. Right back there. This is an insane amount of granite. Mad, mental. It is off the scale. So I am going to help no one's sanity by having maybe half a dozen of these stacks. I'm going for the big ones because I might as well grab things. I know he said he has said to help yourself, so and that should hopefully give me enough. But you know what? I'm fairly certain that if I haven't got enough here, I'm probably not going to be suffering for. Oh, look more. Oh, this is chalk. Wow, this is flux storage. You got a bit of sandstone. There's just variety there thrown in. Yeah, this is a mental amount, and this will work a lot better if the door's closed. There you go. Oh, bauxite. See, so yeah, in terms of granite, we don't really need to go looking for it. We can do. I just need to throw you on the ground so I can. Oh, hello. Wolves, what a surprise. You don't see those in this area. Those often around here, do you? No, not at all. I think I may also possibly. I think I'm all right for mortar. Yeah, I should be okay. I can always come back to spawn if I need to buy some more from Shino. But yeah, so no one GHS base. Beautiful. I just can't wait to see how this finishes. I mean, that obviously there's some landscaping needed to be done there. I don't have a spare. If I come across a spare one of these, I will supply it for this side, because I'm sure, like most people who play any block-based game, I'm sure no one gets triggered as much by lack of symmetry as almost anybody else. So let me go back and check on my stuff, and I will see you at the desert base. Alright, we are back at our base. It has been a while since we were here. I'm still drying food in my inventory. I could, of course, put my pies down. That would possibly help. Let me just see what I've got going on down here. Not a lot. Now, I mean, what I need to do is reduce the number of inventory slots being occupied by things that I don't need. Which is easier. Oh, I wish we had the bigger backpacks on this, but it's, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I could stick them in. If I stick them in the cellar, they're just going to go off. Let me show you what I have been up to. So you will recall that we built this, the back side, or the ass. Speaking of the donkey. Of the build, and we've got that, and we built that path going up there. Now that also had a secondary path going this way, which is now built. So the walls are all in here. I do need to do a little bit of detailing in this corridor, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. But at the top here we have another one of these broken areas. I have a door here and a portcullis running in there. Why a portcullis? It's the only thing that comes in a 3x4. But it looks kind of cool, and I've chiselled out that rock so it doesn't look quite so nonsensically vanishing up there. Now this dark space over here is the forge area that I've been digging out, and the area around here has been detailed more. I have done some work around here. These are disguising a cunning. Now that on the other side of there is my stairwell, so that block is visible and is granite. This is the floor and it's andesite, so there are a couple of spaces where if you know they're there, and I know they're there, and now you know they're there, so you're always going to be spotting them. But that's the routing around here. There's nothing really fancy in here other than a little bit of chiselling into the bricks to give them some depth, which is definitely going to be a theme going forward. Now in here what I've got is a very large space with a very large vaulted ceiling that loops around here. There's space in here for a window. I may make this one wider here and here, and then we'll have to do some with the floor. And this will, if we just zoom out, this will have a window there, and this is going to be a window which is kind of going to bulge out a little bit. So up here we're going to have, it's going to be granite for starters. That's no surprises there, seeing as that's what I went and got. Yeah, and you know, we've got the start. Now I may do a little bit of detailing on some of these edges here. They appear a little bit too angular, but we've still got all of our suspended ropes and underneath the knots that are holding the thing in place. I'm happy with that. It works, and just needs a little bit of the old detailing, which in fact, you know, there's nothing to stop us having a little bash at that. I need to get this out anyway. That's the paintbrush, by the way. Replace the target voxel with the material in your first hotbar slot. So none of this chip chop. It's going to be, you know, straight out. Where's my hammer? There. And then, so for example, detailing this, we'll take a slice into here, and this one is a little bit more awkward on this side to get that brick to work, because it goes down to the smallest voxel level, which is why I don't want to do a huge amount of this, because it's quite painstaking, and I'm not going to do all of this. Now that's detailing. That's as much as we need to know about detailing. Currently detailing anyway. There's some other tricks which we learned from Quentin, which potentially will be yeah, let's just say beneficial. Right, let me stick down a slab of granite, because this is what we're going to need to do first. At least it's coming around to daylight. I am going to need you. You can hide in there for now, and I need to get rid, I really do need to just get rid of some stuff. Come on, let's see if I can't. Nope, I'm still got, I don't want to waste it, because clearly that would be wasteful, obviously, that's what it means. But let us get that and le hammer, wherever it's gone. If I were a hammer, where's my hammer gone? There, can't see it. And we are going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a personal challenge, by the way. See if I can get it every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because that makes a stack of, I think it's 32. It might be 64. I do, however, need some mortar, so I better go and grab some of that. And yes, I am aware that I am probably going to spend more time flying than I should, because even though I've got walkways and routes, I'm going to take the shortest route, and it is almost an irony that I want a lot. There we go, thank you. I want 256 of that, because I am going to go through a fair bit of that. So first things first, we're going to grab these and we are going to fill these walls in. So it's going to fill in to here and to there. I am going to leave that there. That is probably going to come out like that. We'll tidy the roof up as we go, because this bit here doesn't blend perfectly. And I think we should probably bring this all the way to the point where it's visible, because then I can do a little bit of blending on that side. And this actually needs to go back one. I think I've cocked up here. I will fix that then, because this is a slightly bigger room. This is going to be a big forge, by the way. I want a lot of space in here, and I have some. I'll use the word interesting designs because, well, I think they are. You know, seems a fair comment. We'll take you off of there, so that window will go to there. We'll take you off of there, and then. Yeah, we need to come basically like that. Waste not, want not. I'm going to want a lot of sandstone kibbles at some point anyway, so and that's I think that's actually thanks to Per calls them kibbles. To me, kibble is those dry little biscuits you give your cat. But now they will forever be considered to be the little nuggets of goodness. Right, so that needs to go back all the way like this and match up. And the shape of this will hopefully make sense once we're done. So I've basically got a whole load of filling in to do. And I'm going to fill this entire space in with granite. That's my first thing. I've spoken about this before on videos, the idea of getting down a base coat. If you think of it in painting terms, you know, we're hammering in to get the basis down for every other bit of design, and then you go back and you start to apply more coats and more layers of detail, slowly detailing up until you end up with a finished picture. And of course we're not talking about a picture, we're talking about a voxel based model, but still that is the concept. And again, waste not, want not. So yeah, I'm going to get on with this and I'll be back in a little while. Well, I've gone through that 256 mortar and I'm still not quite there. So I need a little bit more. 43. Yeah, let's go like that. I don't know how much I'll need. It won't be 256, but we're getting there. We are getting there. We've just got the ceiling to do. Now this is blank canvas, as I've already stated. So I'm on my second stack of second block of granite as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So yeah, you go through. I mean, vintage store is an interesting beast, because I don't think anybody would ever say that it was a game that was designed for mega builds, and this is not a mega build, you know, by any stretch of the imagination. I don't like the term mega build. For one, I think it is a misnomer. Just because something's massive and huge doesn't mean it's good. And there does seem to be a kind of tendency to think that the bigger the better, and the bigger is not always the better. You know, that's not how the real world works. So yeah, that's the thing. Now here I'm just looking at this and I know I've got a finishing chisel, so if I have got space in here, which I have, I will put this away because my bronze chisel broke. There it is, that's what's left of it. My finishing chisel is there, and I would like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we shall maybe pop this in like this, just to give that something. We'll do something structural underneath as well. You know, we're not going to just leave these. But we've got a basic shape of the room. Now the other thing we also need is a floor. Now I have been using andesite slabs, and what I'm tempted to do is bring the andesite slabs I actually did andesite slabs there, not granite slabs. Is that going to trigger? Yes, it is. Okay, we're going to fix that. But we can come around here. Now the other thing is that I'm going to need more blocks down here, because underneath here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I want, that's the middle. Let's bring that the middle there, take you down a level, then go 2 and then 1. And yeah, and this will become hopefully apparent. I may bring this out a little bit yet as we move forward. In fact, I think I will bring it out a little bit, just a little bit more. All these kibbles are not going to go to waste. I'm going to sift them. So I need to work out a floor. I think I've got an idea of what I would like to use for a floor. I need to go and grab some. But let's take this back one. Do we want to go? Yeah, one more. And like I say, this will make sense, I hope. But I think this is a good point here. So that kind of comes out there, but then what I need is andesite, don't I? Let's take some of this granite down with us. We'll leave this one up here for working on, because I'm going to need some, and I can go grab some more. Grab some andesite, and the world can be, oops, hello, all the way around, idiot. Yeah, so we're not shy of granite now, which is always good. That is full, so I've got no space in there for any more andesite. Have I got any? That's cracked andesite. I've just like, got plenty of things. How many do I think I will need? Let's just take those up for now. And then we need to go and sort out the rest of the floor. But let's get this in for starters. Right, you and andesite. And I'm no longer triggered. Oops, hello. However, I do need to get some more. So, how many you got there? 72? That's possibly a little bit overkill, but oh well, we'll see how we go. Yeah, floors and ceilings. The floor guy, of course, is on the server is Punk. His floors are phenomenal. He does some really good flooring. And I know for a fact he doesn't like roofs, so maybe I should come up with a deal with him. You can do my floors, I'll do your roofs. Because I don't mind roofs. I won't say I'm a big fan of roofs, but I don't mind them. So then from here we're going to come around like this. And we're going to have a border of polished andesite blocks. Why? No good reason. Other than, why not? And that will come around to here. We'll need to do something under there just to make sense of that. Now this bit here is going to go like this. And as I say, this will make more sense, I hope. Anyway, let me, the eternal question, and this is well, of course it's kind of going to be answered, I think, is do you do, let me just get these in. Do you go like that and weave around the outside, or do you do that? I think the answer is we are weaving, because of the way that joins up there. It makes more sense. Anyway, let me get this in, and then I need to go and visit a biome that I recently visited with my splitter plugs to get myself some more building materials. So I'll see you over there. Alright, here we are, out of the west teleporter, and we are using a flight. I'm not doing this without flight, because it's a fair old distance. There's a ship. There is a basalt mountain range, and the basalt desert, and there's a teleporter there, and there's a ruin which I've had a bit of a poke at. There's another trader, there's a sea there. Oh, there's a trader up there as well, actually, and that looks possibly like it might be a ruin. Maybe we'll go up that way and have a peek. But before we do that, we are going to go into this mountain. I'm going to slow myself down before I face plant into the edge. So I want to go in 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear, don't go and do that to me. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's happened to I don't really mind, I suppose. What we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd like to go in 7 if I can. Reason being is I would prefer not to leave a great gaping hole in the side of this mountain. I know it's miles away from anything, but it really doesn't matter. I don't think it's nice seeing if you can disguise them, you know. That's kind of what I'm trying to say here. So if we then come down here and go from here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're gonna get a whole load of crap here, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It doesn't matter. You know, at the end of the day, all of this is usable. So we shall. My hammer's actually in reasonable shape. I just realised at a horrific moment of clarity when I realised that I've actually come out here with a hammer which is not necessarily in the best shape, but I have brought an empty iron chest, so, and I'm not carrying my daily carry because I want to use that empty iron chest, so we'll get these, but we'll run this through. If I get one that's more andesite than basalt at the end of it all, I either keep it or throw it. Yeah, it's no biggie. And I've got a sneaking suspicion that this one is, it's about 50-50. But that's alright, because we can carry on in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only need a wee bit of basalt, so let's go. Where did? Oh, hang on a second. We need to go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks lovely in that. I wonder if I can get that to drop. Oh, what did I do there? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it. 6. Oh well, we're going to leave a gaping hole. I don't think there's anything I can do to avoid that. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing, grabbing myself some basalt. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright, the first rule of me is that I have the attention span of a mayfly and get easily distracted by shiny things. The second rule of me is if I find a hole that looks interesting, that sounds wrong. If I find a cave that looks interesting, I will throw myself down it. Which is pretty much exactly what I did here. And I found stuff, you know. things. Stuff and things. So some of the stuff and things is going to be stored here because it's of, you know, interest. Actually, that one can stay. That can definitely stay. They can go in. That one wants to come out. That wants to come out. That wants to go in. Blah blah blah. That can come out. They can come out in a moment. But first things first. Clothes. Bit of them. Bit of that. Crates. And I have got an action on myself to finish off this space because it's I need to move my chiseling station. This is where how I set up to build that. Basically each dot is a voxel, so I can position them precisely, and it makes life a little bit easier. I won't say it makes life a lot easier, but it does make life a bit easier. But yeah, so I did get distracted briefly, and I got a Crimson King maple seed and some bamboo saplings, so that's all nice. We've got some more juiciness to put around the place. I think you can go potentially in there for now. You can no, hang on, that's the bit we need. Everything else I think we'll keep. Now I'm sure I had another one of those in one of these boxes. I did. There you go. Boop. Well, I don't know. That can just go in there, and then we just got that crate to put away, and now we can go and get on with stuff that we're supposed to be doing rather than allowing myself to get distracted by things. Boop. 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 Yeah. Distracted very easily. Okay, I will see you back at the base. Alright, we have got a structure in place. This is big, it's ugly, it is a complete blank canvas. This will become apparent later. This area, however, this is an easy one to sort out. We are going to chisel that down one block. If I can find the right box, that's probably a good start, and then we can pop that one away, and we will take this, and we are going to, right, so if I've got 4, 6, 12, that's not enough. Right, starters, one block down. And I just like the basalt's look for this space, especially when you chisel it down, it becomes a solid sheet rather than so we're looking, that's the forge pit, that's where we're going to have all of the forges, and hopefully something that will look somewhat like embers, but we're just going to take all of this right back down. I have pre-empted the fact that those blocks are going to show by placing some more blocks underneath, and those are there. Well, you'll see why those are there in a minute. Let me turn the belt off again. But forge pit will have the anvil up here. We'll definitely get some health action going on over this kind of area. I don't exactly know how I'm going to achieve that yet. That has to be said, but that's that. And then around the tops here, these are all going to be taken back, so we get a bit more of a curved vaulted ceiling going on, and I'm going to do that here, 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 and here, and this is going to be slabbed. So we'll get a nice gentle slope. Well, actually get a nice steep slope actually. So that's the first thing to do. Let me get all of that chiseled in. I do need to decide what I'm going to do in this area just around here, but we'll work that out closer. This area is largely worked out now for the window. It's going to kind of follow this shape. I don't know whether I'm going to make it curve a little more with some chiseled blocks, but we'll see. We'll see how we go with that one. But yeah, so that's all good. Get that done, back in sec. I think it's safe to say that that just made my decision for me. We are going to have to come in like that to make that make any degree of sense, I think. Okay, well, it's always serendipitous when a decision is made by certain elements of the game mechanics. So yeah, but it does mean that I am going to need to do something underneath here as well for the class to connect to, but that's fine. Alright, back in a moment. Alright, I'm very conscious of time and I want to, for starters, I want to take a copy of that block with my pantograph, and then I would like to rotate this like that, and then I would like to go add shape mode, and now I have a perfect circle which is identical. Now that's not ideal because I need to change a few things, but what we'll do is we shall I'm going to pop a block in above this here, and we're going to slow ourselves down because I'm in super duper super mode. And then we're going to use some commands. So I am going to .pf. I had to go and hunt around for these commands. So it's only been like thing. And we're going to .pf load missing sid underscore chain. Perfect. And then we are going to put that in here. So that gives me a position. Now if you're wondering what we're making, we are making a chandelier, and hopefully this will work because Quentin promised it would. No, if it doesn't, it's the thing. The problem is with this, because it's chiseled, it will not take those. Now apparently there is a trick. Now it may not work with torch holders. I may need to make the design a bit bigger. However, before we do that, what we need to do is we need to do a little bit of building out. Come on, that should work. Yeah, thank you. And a little bit of building up. Because what we need to do is get this to this so it connects with the chain model that I have previously used. And I'm working in disposable blocks. I'm working in granite, which I've got plenty of. I've got quite a few. I had a stack of 64 pre-chiseled ones as well. So what we'll do then is we'll perhaps take this out and let's make this into that, and then, oh man, this is the hardest thing I find with chiseling, is getting myself in position underneath the actual workpiece. But that kind of gives us a plate there, and then we need to come down, and this is where I really wish I'd been a little bit higher up. So I do think we need to be like that actually. And I actually don't need to worry about, I think this is going to be fine, because what we're going to do is the same on this side. We'll repeat it until we've got this lot going, and then we'll make this out of a material which is actually more in keeping for the piece. Probably basalt, seeing as I've got a whole load, and it'll be in keeping. We'll bring this down from the ceiling. I may need to just work on the chain a little bit to finish it off, but oh yeah, that's right. Boop, 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 boop. Interesting. Oh no, that's fine. Boop, 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 boop. Now the problem is, as I say, this will not take that. However, if I let's just grab my planer. Oh, back in a moment. Sorry about that. Oh man, what have I done? Let me just take out this block of floor. I think that's going to be things. Right. Let's take that down a level, and then it's more than happy. So I actually think we just go with this, and I'll not use the I will not use the this is what we're going to be using. So then I just need to decide where I want to put them and how far down I need to dangle them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Almost goes by 5. So if we start one, if I bring one in here, let's just I need to get some more basalt. There we go, that will do us. However, for this one I am going to put you away for now, and I'm going to grab my snubby chisel. Just get myself a small pile of that, and we shall go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think so, and then we'll come in, and from this side we'll come in 1, 4, 5, and then from this one here, maybe about there. Is that about right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not going to be perfect, unfortunately, but such is life. Right, dump that back in there. Pop you away. Grab my chisel. There you go. It's definitely on the way out. This one. Gonna need more, but because we've got to connect that to the ceiling. But important to get the lighting done, I think, first. Right, so then we can take that. I'm not entirely sure what that sound was. I think it's a messaging thing. No. Like that, and then we can come in here. It kind of works. Got a little bit of a wiggle there at the end, but kind of works. And what we can do then, I think, is if I were to grab my chisel and those are already chiseled, so I just need 3. Of course I don't have 3. Let me just put these away. I got those out for the reason and I didn't actually end up using them. Snubby. Need my snubby. 2, 3. Put the snubby away. I'll be glad when these things have finished drying. They're getting there. That's 86, 81. So it's going to take still going to take a bit of a while yet. But what we can do here is we can go and combine those. Do the same on that one. And do the same on that one. And then we can put you into add shape mode. No, not quite there. Damn it. Okay. I mean, I can, alright, let's just, it doesn't seem to want to play quite like that, does it? So, but we can fix that, I'm sure, if I were to, I haven't got the, and it's only a small piece of chiseling. Boop, boop, boop. Now I've not obviously got a lot of forge done. This has all been, damn it, structure and not even a heavy amount of detail yet. But I didn't realise that this is going to be a bigger job, I think. So, and then we can and then taking that, we can get some torches and we can provide some illumination for this space. It's not going to be complete, it's certainly not going to be perfect, but I will have some half decent chandeliers. I need to get 12 torches. Let me just go and grab those and light them up and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, and at this point, that's as much as we're doing this episode. I've still got to work over here. I'll probably stick another one of these chandeliers somewhere if I can get them in. But I really like that. You've got the dripping flame. It just doesn't look quite as crisp and clean as the lanterns, which, you know, have the place, but I don't think this is it. Now I want to weather these. I want to do similar to what I've done over here. I want to throw in a few mismatched blocks. I want to chisel in some gaps and holes. I don't want to go too mad because obviously there's an awful lot more to build in here. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.